Right, boys, good evening. Excuse me, good evening, and welcome to game week 29 of the All Stars. Just have a quick look at the fixtures. If someone could just jump in and let me know that the stream audio sound is all good, that would be amazing. So fixtures tonight, we've got Alcatraz versus Short Pump. We have got Drivetrain versus El Loco. We've got Memphis Reigns versus Des Moines, St Domingo versus Pelham, and Vikings versus Gators. Evening to Mr Mega Horse, evening to Rob, evening to Daz. Only request I've had is that Steve goes a little bit later because he's washing his massive sack in the shower. So we'll see where the game takes us. Oh, it looks like it wants us to start with Rob Sloth against Reigns, so that's what we'll do. Couple of changes for Rob. Raul comes back in, Salas comes back in, Alan Smith onto the bench, Saviola out of the matchday squad. Laurie Warlock continues at defensive midfield. So that is the Demons across to Reigns, who have a potential new manager bounce coming. After it appears Rox was dismissed by the board in the game, but after the issues, we've got his tactic file and team loaded back in. And that is how Rox goes tonight. So we'll kick off the first game of the evening. Good luck to both managers. Des Moines look like they've started the brighter. Rain's coming back into it a little bit now. 20 minutes past. Duff with a shot. Still looks like more Des Moines coming forward. I'm out of a free kick. Ronnie Warwick involved in the middle of the park a little bit, but we've just got a couple of minutes to half time, and it's Schmuck. Roxy's love boy, Thomas Schmuck, has opened the scoring with their first shot. The first shot on target in the last minute of the half. Looked like Des Moines were doing a little bit more there, but in all honesty, nobody's done a great deal of anything. Schmuck's got a 9, he's won his tackles, he's won his headers, and he's taken his chance. Assist from Mark Anthony up front. No real fitness concern. Schmuck on 84. Across to Rob's, Des Moines, 6s and 7s across the board. Not created a great deal. No fitness concerns. Salas on the yellow card. Be interesting to see if Rob tries to change it now. Give me a shout, Rob. Let's see what you want to do. Or if you're going to roll it till 60 minutes. Matarazzi winning 4 out of 4 tackles, all key. Trying his best at the back. Arrows forward. Arrows for Rob. Just give me a shout, let me know that's okay, pal. And we will get the second half underway. Fantastic. So we will continue to 60. Couple of chances for Des Moines early in the second half. We're up to 60 minutes, yellow card for Juan Gomez, but nothing else has happened. Quick look at the stats. Just one chance apiece. Still only one shot on target. Don't think Rox is about, but I'm not sure he'd be changing much anyway. So we'll go across to Rob. I'm off for Emerson. Emerson for Smith. I'm off for Emerson. Emerson for Smith. 3 up top. Is that alright, Rob? Just confirm, pal. And then we will play through the last 30 minutes. Magic. So 20 minutes left. See if Des Moines can salvage anything from this game. Looks like more Memphis Reigns at the moment though. Big save from Costanzo. Imar's got an attempt at corner for Des Moines. They're trying at the last. Can they take it to extra time? Or are Reigns going to hold on? Chance. And it's 2-0. Harasimovic. They've scored with the last kick of the first half. They've scored with the last kick of the 90. And the new manager bounce is real and is a thing. And Memphis Reigns, for the first time in a long time, have won a football match. They've only had 2 shots on target. Not a great game for either side, really. Just 6 attempts and 2 on target from Rob's boys. Frey's had a 5. Bonnie Waterworks had on a 9, but a 6s and 7s throughout. For the Demons, Mark Anthony with 2 assists picks up man of the match. Schmuck's got a 9 and a really solid performance for Rocks, which I'm sure he'll be delighted with. Next up, we're going to go to Vikings for Jens, who lines up like this. I think there was just one change, maybe Castrum went in for Mendieta, who is injured for Vikings, and they take on the Gators, who made a couple of changes. Mendes is in for the Montero suspended. Hersey is in attacking midfield with Dilson dropping to the bench for Dimble. Kick this one off. Good luck to both managers. Pretty even start from both sides in the first 15 minutes. Gators looking like they're pushing forward a little bit more now, 20 minutes in. Not a great deal of clear-cut chances again, following trend from the first match, and we're nearly at half-time. Are we going to get a late first-half goal as we did in the first game? We are, but it's been disallowed. Dari Hussein, whose form has dipped off a little bit, with a goal, but disallowed from the Vikings. We played 5 minutes of added time, but we've got through to half-time. 7 shots between them, 5 for Vikings, 2 for Gators, just 1 apiece on target. Across 2 of Vikings stats, Jeremy's doing very well. On a 9 in midfield, Zelius as well. 6s and 7s apart from that for Gators. And we've got Extra on a 5 for Gators. We've got Molesky on a yellow card. A couple of chances for Totti, but apart from that, not a great deal to shout about. Not sure if Dimble's about, so just give us a nod if you are, Dimbs. Move Jeremy's and Thomas to centre mid for Jens without arrows. Is that okay, Jens? Just give us a nod, mate, that's what you want. I just give Dims a few seconds, if not, we'll kick off the second half. Okay, we'll run it to 60. See if we can get a goal. And we have got a goal. Ronaldo's in a rich vein of form, has opened the scoring for the Vikings. It looks like Vikings are putting on a little bit more pressure in the second half. And we get to 62 minutes, 1-0 to Vikings with that Ronaldo strike. Just have a quick look at the condition. We've got Mackay on 79. Apart from that, no real concerns. Across to Gators, we'll have a quick look, but we've got some 5s and 6s in there. Defensive midfield players doing a decent job for Dimble, but apart from that, not a great deal to shout about. We'll just see if Jens wants to make any changes for the last half an hour, which he's not going to do. He's going to continue. Not seen Dim, so we're going to run it through to 90 minutes. Still in the balance, but there is Hussein after his first half disallowed goal. He has scored, and it's 3-0 to Massey. Has struck for the Vikings, and it's 4-0. Sorry, 4-0 to Massey on 69 minutes. Roy Mackay on 78 minutes. All Vikings in the second half. Just the one attempt for the Gators. But a great performance. Giggs with 2 assists. We've got Jeremy's with an assist. Goals for Tomasi, Mackay, Hussein, and Ronaldo, who, as I said, is in great form. That's his 12th goal of the season. Jens was quite adamant that he could get goals from Ronaldo, and he's really doing the business for him now. So congratulations to Jens. Good performance. Next up, we've got the Bisons versus Pelham. Pelham go, I believe, as is. Oh, we've just got one change. Vieira is suspended, so Kaladze comes in. Cross at Bisons. What did we do? Can't remember if there was any changes, if I'm completely honest. Looks like an as is from Tato, so we will get this one underway. Bisons versus Pelham. Good luck, chaps. Not seen Dan about, just give us a shout if you hear Dan. Bison's still comfortable at the top of the league. It seems every time that they have a slip up, so does the chasing pack. Shevchenko's up and scoring on 19 minutes for the Bisons, who just seem to grind out results when it's important, and as they're starting to feel a bit of pressure from the chasing pack. Dan is here, so that's good. We'll get to half time 1-0. Just the one attempt on target from 2 for the Bisons is enough to put them in front. 4 attempts on 2 on target for Pelham. So Dan might take a little bit from that. We've got 6s and 7s in terms of the match ratings. A couple of attempts from Montella. Not a great deal else to shout about there. Got Roy Keane and Gattuso in midfield, both on yellow cards for Tato. Something to think about in the second half. Sol Campbell doing a good job at the back. Zeriberto's picks up the assist. Shevchenko with the goal. So let us know if you want to do anything, Dan. Tato's going to go as is until 60 minutes. Amoroso for Chadwick. And switch with Ortega. Just give us a nod, Dan. Make sure that's what you mean, and then we'll get the second half kicked off. So can Luke Chadwick make a difference for Pelham? Can the Bisons hold on? We're at 60 minutes. Bisons coming forward again. Another chance for Shevchenko. Still both central midfielders on yellow cards. No fitness concerns for the Bisons at this stage. Across to Pelham. Still 6s and 7s. No issues with fitness. Vogel's doing his best, trying to make a lot of tackles in there. But can't get through that solid Bisons rear guard. Let us know if you want to do any tactical changes or subs, guys, and then we'll get this one through to 90. It's a play on from Pelham. Go across to Bisons and see if Tato wants to do anything. No like replacements for them midfielders on a yellow card. Maybe drop Robin or Kewell back if he wants to make sure he keeps 10 men on the pitch, but I think he'll probably roll it. Ooh. So, move Gattuso to the MC. Kewell to MC with an arrow forward. and centralised Robin. I assume you mean like that, or just give us the nod. Looks very Dan Megahorse and Alcatraz. We've been on an exceptional run in the last 10 games. Arrow on arguments. There you go. Right, we'll run this through and see what happens in the last 60. Pelham coming forward, fed by Toldo. Still Pelham looking to come forward. Goal involved a little bit, Chadwick as well. And just as we were talking about both central midfielders on a booking, Roy Keane has picked up a second, and the Bisons are down to 10 for the last 13 minutes plus stoppage time. Tato, let us know if you want to do anything. I don't see any changes. Maybe drop Robin back. Maybe centralise Kewell. And then Dan, just have a think if you want to make any changes off the back of the red card. Steve's joined us. Good evening, Steve. Centralise Kewell and roll. Arrow on Kewell, yes or no, Tato? I'll leave it off for now. Just confirm. No arrow. Pelham. Add an arrow on Nicky Franco. Okay, we'll run this through for the last 15 minutes. See if Pelham can find that equaliser. We've got an injury for Harry Kewell in central midfield now. Potato's going to be forced into a change. What are his options? He could bring Rayad on and drop Robin back. Rayad at AMC. He could put... don't really see much else. I could put Zauri in and make that defensive midfield line of 5 maybe. Zauri please, and stick him at DMC. Yeah. Zauri for Kewell. Central. Do you want to swap him with either of these guys or just leave him bang in the middle? Just give it a shout. Roll. Let's go. 12 minutes to go. Can Pelham pile on the pressure and get an equaliser? Nicky Franco with a big chance, but it's missed. Excuse me. Still Pelham come forward. Corner for Pelham. Last chance saloon now. Joko with a chance. Another corner. And Bisons have held on. Feels harsh on Pelham. They really threw the kitchen sink in the second half to get back at Bisons. Obviously, they had a red card and an injury. Enforced changes. Toldo deservedly with man of the match. Good performances from Ndai. Shevchenko with a goal. Roberto with the assist. Felt harsh on Pelham. Vogel had a really good game in midfield. I think the rest of the ratings don't really tell the tale because it was a really good performance from Pelham. Created a few chances. But Bison's come away with another 3 points. Well done, Tato, and unlucky to Dan. Up next we have Steam Pigs, which we can roll with because Steve's here, against Alcatraz, 2 informed teams. As is from Steve after a good performance last time out. And the form team in the league, Alcatraz, 8 or 9 wins in 10 or something like that. They're on playing extremely well. Kutusov at AMC as well has been impactful. Let's see how this one goes. Early free kick for Steam Pigs. Tony with a chance for Alcatraz at the other end. Cizalco's name mentioned, and Cizalco has scored. Looked like it's potentially his first touch, first involvement. He's been in great form and he scored again. 1-0 Steam Pigs. Alcatraz trying their best to get back into the game. Veron involved. Tony involved a fair bit too. Steam Pigs defending well. And looking to come at Alcatraz on the counter. Appeals for a penalty, and it's given, and Kivu has scored. I think that's his second goal from the penalty spot in the last 2 or 3 weeks. On the stroke of half time, Alcatraz are level. The first shot on target. Still be disappointed that they couldn't get into half time. Pretty decent performance overall from Alcatraz. Paredes doing a good job in midfield. Kutsov with another assist for winning the penalty. No fitness concerns, everyone in the 90s for Alcatraz. Over to Steam Pigs. 4 chances, 2 for Delvecchio, 2 for Maxim. Said having a good job in defensive midfield. And I won't be surprised if both managers roll this through to 60 minutes. That's exactly what Dan's going to do. We'll just wait and see what Steve is saying. Steve's going to roll as well. So we will go again. 60 minutes, really good game. Close game, well competitive. Chance for Steam Pigs. Corner Alcatraz. And it's a goal. Zambrotta with his 5th goal of the season has put Alcatraz in front. But he just picked up a yellow card. Dead into the book as well. And on the stroke of 60 minutes, a 3rd goal has gone in from Alcatraz, and it's Zambrotta again. 3 attempts on target and 3 goals for Alcatraz. Absolutely clinical. Got an assist for Lucenov, assist for Paredes, who's having a blinding game. And Steve will be really disappointed with that 15-minute spell after half time. Not really anything from them in that 15-minute period. Said's still doing a decent job, winning tackles, winning headers, getting himself about. Got bookings for both wide players. Assist for Ronaldinho. So Dan is going to go as is and roll it through, which is very much like Dan when his team are playing well and winning games. We'll go to Steam Pigs and see what Steve's going to do and see if they can get back into this game. So we'll just give Steve a minute to get his instructions in, and then we'll get the last 30 minutes of this game played through. Couple more games to go after this. So we're going to do Scores up to Central MC and Bommel up to centre mid. Side Central with Arrow to striker. So we've got no personnel changes. A bit of a throw in the kitchen sink scenario from Steve and the Steam Pigs. So we'll roll it through and see how this finishes. Side involves early with his licence to roam forward. Alcatraz are going to be looking to pick Steam Pigs off on the break. Now both having really good games. Kutsov involved again. 5 minutes to go. Paredes. Oh, and it's a red card for Dead 8. The second time in 2 games we've mentioned that players are on bookings and they've gone on to get sent off in the second half. Lucio's not having a great game on a 5 back there. Big red card for Steve. Is he going to roll it for 5 minutes? Is he going to throw on Finnan? Maybe drop Delvecchio back? I'm not sure. It's going to make a massive impact at this stage. Dan, just let me know if you want to make any changes off the back of that red card. I assume not, but just let me know. So it looks like the stream might have froze a little bit there, but yeah, we've got a red card for Dead 8. Steve, just let me know what you want to do, if you're going to throw Devecchio out there or put Finnan on or just roll it through for the last 5 minutes. And Dan, anything you want to do off the back of that? I assume not, because it's not your way, but just let me know if there's anything you want to do. Really, really strong performance from Alcatraz so far. Paredes and Zambrotta both on 10s. I'm going to roll it through because it's not like Dan to make changes for the sake of making changes. Steam Pigs looking to come forward. They've got a corner and that's it, full time. 7 attempts, 5 on target for Alcatraz, 8 and 5 for Steam Pigs. Really clinical from Alcatraz. Paredes picks up man of the match for his 14 tackles, 8 kick, 1 and 4 on key, and an assist. We've got an assist for Lusanov, another goal from a spot for Kivu, and 2 for Zambrotta, who's had a fine game on the right midfield. Maxim scored another goal for Steam Pigs. Ronaldinho with an assist. Steve would pleased that his front players are ticking, but not done a great job defensively today. Mourinho's done okay, but Lucia with a 5, Deddy with a red card. That's something to think about for Steve next time out. Next up we've got Dandies versus Darren Sloths. This is how the Sloths line up. I think we've got a couple of changes. Petrov's dropped back. Cambiaso's dropped out. I think that's it from last time. And then for Duggan's Dandies, we've got Gerard's coming at defensive midfield with Desai dropping to the bench. Good luck to both. Duggan gives a shout if you're about. I think I've seen Daz. We'll see how this one goes. Can Dandies keep up the pace and stop Bison's extending lead at the top of the table? Can Short Pump put together a late run for the playoffs? Pretty even first half an hour. Roberto Carlos coming forward now. Crespo with a chance. Back and Crespo involved a little bit. Short Pump down. Oh, corner to Dandies. Roberto Carlos involved a fair bit. Didn't really seem to be many clear-cut chances, just a lot of nothing going on really. Another corner for Dandies. Short Pump don't seem to be able to get out. And we're just on the stroke of half time. There we are, half time. Relatively even. 5 shots versus 4, 3 on target versus 2. Dandies shortest with an 8, 6s and 7s apart from that. And no fitness issues across at Sloths. Exactly the same. We've got Oliver Kahn on an 8, Hoffland and Petrov on 8s, and then 6s and 7s with no fitness concerns. Daz, Duggan, if you're about, let me know any changes. Dandies usually kill me. Not today. Not in the first 45 minutes anyway. Any changes, Daz? Are you rolling it through to 60? Roll it through. See if we can get the opening goal of the game. Clivert coming forward. Lizarazu involved a little bit for Short Pump. Still feels more likely that Dandies are going to score. But as I say that, Clivert has opened the scoring for the Short Pump Sloths and made it 1-0. We've got 60 minutes on the clock. An assist from Brozek at attacking midfield. And a goal from Clivert. Relatively even. It feels like Dandies were the more likely to score, but Clivert has got the goal. Decent performance pretty much throughout from Dandies. Crespo on 6, but apart from that, not a lot else. Daz wants to roll to 60, but we're at 60, so are you rolling it through to the end, or do you want to make any changes? does, just let me know. Dandies will be having an eye on Bisons to see if they can keep within touching distance of that top spot, but at the same time they'll also be looking over the shoulder to see the rest of the guys in the Central Conference coming up behind them. Alcatraz, coming right from the very bottom of the conference, could quite easily finish in the top two, given their current form. Couple of defeats for a local lately, but if they could get back to winning ways, I think that would pull them within 3 points of Dandies again. We've got Pump are going to make a change. Brozek for Alex. Cambeso for Emerton. Okay, we're going to roll this through and see if Sloths can hang on, if Dandies can get back into it. Got another corner to Dandies. We're on to 77 minutes. Dandies still trying to find that equaliser. 83 minutes on the clock now. Corner for Sloths. Dandies coming forward into the 92nd minute. Final whistle, that's it. Not a great deal in the second half from the Dandies. Credit to Sloths, who created a bit more in the second half. Solid team performance, 7s, 8s and 9s throughout. For Short Pump, man of the match, it's gone to Roberto Carlos. I can only assume that's for his tackles and his key passes, who got a 10. But without a clean sheet or an assist or a goal, it feels quite generous to get a 10. But well done to Daz and Short Pump. And I think this is the last game of the evening. We've got Drivetrain versus El Loco. Mike was about earlier, so just give us a wave and let me know you're still here, Mike. I think we had one change to court, or two changes to court, and Juliano for Nesta and Cheddar, who is injured. Dan commented that Zidane's out of position in reference to his centre-back cameo last week. Change up in tactic for El Loco. Chunsu comes in to partner Jacks behind Collins, who pushes up front. Park Ji-sung comes in to make a defensive midfield trio with Nicky Butt and Rustico suspended. Ashley Live, who's been good when he's been called upon, moves to centre-back. Nilsson comes in on the left. Good luck, Mike. And we'll get this one kicked off. Early chance for a local corner. Corner at the other end. 13 minutes on the clock. Drivetrain coming forward. A yellow card. There's chance for Zidane. A chance for Elbe. Another corner. Chance for Tomadera. Drivetrain pressure coming. Another corner. Loco can't get out. We've got half an hour on the clock. And it's a goal for Dyer against his former club. Puts Drivetrain 1-0 up. Felt like some heavy pressure for 10-15 minutes from Drivetrain and probably deservedly took the lead. Just the one shot on goal for El Loco. 7 shots and 5 on target for Drivetrain, who felt pretty dominant in that first half. We've got an assist for Rivaldo, who's on a 9. Chris Perry doing a decent job at centre-back. Mike's going to go as is. El Loco, let's have a look. Didn't feel like we did a great deal there. The Nelson been fucking useless. What we're going to do is we're going to put Nahajchik on for Park and throw him up there. We're going to put Tudor on for Nilsson. We're going to put in, swap them. We're going to straighten them up and see if that makes a difference. And to 60 minutes we go. See if Loco can get back in with an extra man forward. And it's a red card for Leach and Sue. That's not what we needed at all. Mike, do you want to do anything? Or are you just going to roll it through to 60? We'll roll it to 60. And then you let me know if there's anything you want to do. We hit 60 minutes. Really strong performance from Drivetrain. El Loco just can't seem to create anything. And are staring down the barrel of a third consecutive defeat after a good unbeaten run for 7 or 8 games prior to that. Mike, you let me know if there's anything you want to do. I'll have a quick look over here and see what this shower of shit are doing. We're going to put on Raquel, mate. We're going to take off. Fucking hell. We're going to take off. We're going to take off Zanoni for Raquel, mate. What have I done? Let me just cancel that. Zanoni off for Raquel, mate. We're going to put you there with an arrow. We're going to put you there. You there. And chuck some arrows there. Drivetrain. Rude Van Nistelrooy beach. Take Van Nistelrooy off for Mercedes. Sedan to AMC. Mercedes to MC. No arrow for Sedan. Sedan to AMC. Mercedes to MC. No arrow on Sedan. Okay. All changes made. Not a single shot in the second half so far for Loco. Down to 10 men. Can only see one-way traffic for the next 30 minutes. Collins had a goal disallowed as I say that. But here comes Drivetrain again. Loco trying their best, and the head check has got an equaliser. The 10 men have pulled it back. Can we stay in the game? We've got 13 minutes to go. We've got an injury to Chris Perry. Just as Savage was asking who's getting injured or sent off, it is Chris Perry. I would assume it's going to be Kenny Cunningham to come in for his 4th appearance of the season. Chris Perry having a really good game. Not what Mike wanted to see, especially with Nesta out as well. Nothing for us. Can we hold on? Can we create one more chance? Will Drivetrain make the extra man count? Let's have a look. And it is a goal for Tomadera. Andre rooted to the spot. Drivetrain, who on the face of it do probably deserve the 3 points, have made the extra man count. And that glimmer of hope that the Haycheck give us is to no avail. Dominant performance really from Drivetrain, who probably should have come away with a more convincing win. Man of the match goes to Rivaldo. Solid defensive performance from Drivetrain. Elway's done well up front. Over at Loco, some really poor performances from the attacking players. Tudor and Haycheck did well coming off the bench. Decent performances from Live at Kufra at centre back. But apart from that, Drivetrain definitely deserved the 3 points. So well done, Mike. That is it for the evening. Classifieds: Alcatraz 3, Steam Pigs 1, Dandies 0, Short Pump 1, Drivetrain 2, El Loco 1, Memphis Reigns 2, Des Moines 0, Bisons 1, Pelham 0, and Vikings 4, Gators 0. 5 home wins and 1 away win. How does that look with the conferences? Domingo top of the Eastern, 8 clear of Vikings back on 45, Drivetrain 39 and Reigns on 22. Over in the Central, we've got, wow, look how close this is now. Dandy's top on 46, Pelham second 43, El Loco third on 40, and Alcatraz from absolutely nowhere a point behind on 39. and with 5 games to play, it's reasonable to suggest that any one of those sides could win that conference. Into the Western, Steam Pigs 12 clear of Des Moines and Short Pump, both on 32, and Gators back on 23. Team stats: Alcatraz are the form team with 4 wins and a draw in their last 5. Bisons back up there after a dodgy spell. Drivetrain and Pelham down at the bottom. Des Moines no win in their last 5. Dandies 3 defeats on the bounce. Memphis Trains pick up a win tonight, and Loco 3 without a win. Play stats: Laser Azu still tops the average rating chart, followed by Vieira and Dyke and ZLS, the tackle monsters. Goal scoring charts: Maxim now on 22, 10 clear of Robin, who's having another good season. Ronaldo up there on 12, and Hussein on 11. I will get the game saved, progressed, packs out, league table updated, and all that jazz over the next hour or so, if not early doors tomorrow morning. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers guys. See you later.